Okay. Um, so I know I'm early, but I had a lot of stuff to say. So we'll just we'll kind of get into it. First, I want to uh show you something that actually came across my desk just a few seconds ago, which is why I decided to go early. And I don't even know what to say anymore. I honestly wonder if people even care about this breed. They care about this breed, or if they even honestly care the direction this breed is going. And let me explain to you why I feel this way. Because of this. So this just came across my desk. This is the Club National for 2026. And this is the judge, Derek Matson from Alcor County Courses. And he's going to be the judge. And it does a nice little write-up about him. As you can see, hopefully you can see it. And I don't know what the club is doing. I understand he got his dog from Eddie in 1992. But has anybody looked at his dogs? So I guess if you're going to the National and you're gonna pay money, you better have something that kind of looks like a Shar-Pei Chow, Doug Bordeaux mixture. Like, I'm not even really sure what you're supposed to bring because, well, have we all seen his dogs? But then you have to look at also this, right? Because, oops, hang on. We also have to understand that, oh, I want to, okay, I'll share screen. Um, this is his judging career. This is Derek in his judging career, he may bring 30 years experience in Corsos, but he's never judged once. Any breed. Any. So we're going to let him now judge? How? He's not even, I mean, what is this club doing? What is wrong with this club? Anyway, just a heads up, if you decide that you want to go to the Nationals, and you want to pay the money, I mean, all this is just a joke anymore. I just wonder if anybody even cares. Do you even care that you have judges who've never judged before? I didn't even become a judge. Anyway, I just thought I would give that information to you guys since it just came across my desk. That's why I came on early. I'm just so shocked by everything that is going on in this breed. It literally makes me just wonder what is happening. Just, I'm at a loss. I wish there was a way that you could actually just find out what is like what is driving this breed or who is driving this breed. Apparently no one. It's a free-for-all, apparently. So oh, comment, sorry. I'm sorry, Kana. I didn't see the comments. I was had a different thing. These kind of situations are providing clubs are going down the toilet. Yes. Thank you. I'm sorry. I had a different thing. My mind is like kind of like all over the place right now. I came on to do something else that is very disturbing, and so it's got me flustered in a different way. Then I seen that it just came across before I was getting ready to come on, and I was just like, I'll go early and show that. But how are you today? So, and thank you for joining me. So I know I'm early, so thank you for coming on early. So I want to kind of say something that's very important. So I'm kind of going to do a little disclaimer. I'm going to show a video. I'm going to do a video reaction, but I'm going to give details within the video reaction about a person, and I want no harm to come to anyone, anywhere, ever. The information that I will give is not to be used to do anything to anyone, ever. It's very important that you do your own research and look the information up for yourself and verify it. So it is not to make anyone do anything. I just think it's important that we understand who the people are that we're dealing with in the community, because before I rolled this video, I need to say something that has been sitting heavy on me for a long time. And so this is going to be a kind of a little different of a video than I normally do, but I'm heartbroken for this breed. And I'm angry, and not at the dogs, of course, because it's never at the dogs. I'm angry at what has attached itself to the Corso community. I'm angry at the criminal undercurrent that keeps pulling this breed into chaos it never deserved. And what breaks me most is watching people reinvent themselves online, change their names, bury their past, and then position themselves as the loudest voices in the breed. People with histories full of violence, instability, and destruction. Histories that would disqualify them from any position of authority in the community, that if the community actually knew the truth. Yes. Yes. It seems like they're moving from one breed to the next, right? It seems like they just keep hopping around, right? So, yet these are the people that are like calling everyone out too, if you notice, and they're calling them, mentally unstable, crazy, calling everyone else uneducated, telling responsible owners and breeders that they don't know anything about their breed, while hoping no one ever looks behind the curtain of their lives. And so I'm the person that actually goes, who is this person? Right? I'm unfortunately the person that likes to dig and go, who is this person that's talking? Like, I've never seen this person. Now, apparently, this person's been online for a long time and saying a whole lot of shit to a lot of people. And they talk out both sides of their face. And so if somebody talks out both sides of their face, I seem to go, huh, that seems weird. And so then I just look for the inconsistencies and try to figure out who they are. But when you come across something that, when somebody's screaming morals and ethics, and the person is not morally or ethically grounded, if you would say, themselves, you really can't say that. So, and it seems like those are the people that speak the loudest about the community. And it's a slap in the face, honestly, to every responsible breeder, and every responsible owner, and every person trying to protect this breed and trying to protect the people in the breed, because there is a criminal element that sometimes is so heinous, and I am going to use that word, that becomes unsafe. And for whatever reason, this breed seems to attract those the most. And I don't know why. Um, and that's something I can't get over. I think a lot of people can't get over it. So when I react to this video today, understand something. My anger isn't about the opinions, it isn't about the disagreements, it's about the patterns. The patterns with the people with deeply violent histories, long periods of incarceration, and some of the most destructive behavior imaginable, reinventing themselves, changing their names, the aliases, um, and then positioning themselves as somebody who want to scream the loudest and then become leaders in a breed they have no business representing of any breed. These are sometimes people that honestly, I believe that most people can agree on. I think if we all sat down, should just go away quietly. Don't wish any harm on anyone. I don't want anyone to do anything. I don't want anyone to ever go anywhere, do anything. I'm not saying anyone should do anything. I just think that their internet should be taken away. Hang on one second. It's my husband calling. um, and so, and not like taken away forcefully. I think some people um, actually get their internet taken away. um, and I'm trying to say this in the most respectful way, and I'm trying to stay within legal bounds. Um, but I'm going to play this because it seems to be a very prominent thing in this breed. I don't know why. But it came across my desk to react to it. So here we go. To react to it. Now, what this person says is, of course, about the breed. But I want you to listen to what he says. And I'm going to tell you why it's talking out both sides of his face.
Peace about Sparty, Saladin Salam for Kana Corso, Kana Depressor, and Near Falls and Mancino Historical Talk. Hopefully, y'all having a lovely day. Peace about Sparty. Let's get into it. Um,
Can you hear
saw
that?
some
Okay.
interesting videos recently, and it just proves my point. But I've been saying certain things, but this person has put it in the proper perspective and actually told the truth. And it exposes another trait of of the dogs that I like. And yeah, so it's no getting around it. No getting around it. That's why I'm glad that a lot of crews are coming out. And again, Like I'm saying, y'all have to make a critical decision of one, you have to take accountability for your actions. You're going to have to research thoroughly. Sometimes you're going to have to go outside of the box to get information. And there's no shortcuts in dog breeding. There's no shortcuts in dog breeding. There's no shortcuts in dog breeding. So with that being said, let's get into it. So to the neo breeders, right?
It's as loud
You know,
as I
with
can
the
make it.
saggy skin, the overlap, dewlaps of the eyes, and etc.
It's as loud as I can make it. I think he gets a little bit louder. He starts out kind of low. Okay. Okay. I'm I'm trying to make it louder. I think he gets louder. Hmm.
If your dog was to be released in a rural setting and it had to defend the livestock against coyotes or just wolves and bears and etc., will your dog survive? Will it survive? And the answer to that is no, it won't survive. It'll actually lose its life. It will actually lose its life. And to the neo breeders that be lying and saying that that look was the functionality of the breed is totally wrong and it's bullcrap. Again, there's some alibi guys that are on YouTube that's going out and talking about the traditional alibi. Excellent videos. Excellent videos. This is what I've been saying about with the Corso. Is what Pablo Berber said about the Corso. But
Did it get louder now?
with these alibi guys, right? They said them dogs with the excessive dewlaps around the muzzle is not the real dogs. The dogs will not be able to function and doing the work properly with all that dewlaps. They're not going to want to engage. Like I said, if you're fanging yourself
Okay.
all the time, you're not going to want to engage. You're not. You're not. You're not. I said, if you bit the side of your jaw, you're not going to want to fight. You're going to be in excruciating pain, and you're not going to want to engage. Yeah, you're not. Same thing with the dog. That over obsessive bone mass and this the saggy skin. Like that's not, and you're going to be limited because these dogs have to be what flock guardians is concerned in the corso. Let's not get this misconstrued. Was a flock guardian dog, so the dog had to be on his feet 24/7, just about 24/7, 24/7. It
24/7. Could never lay down.
had to be on his feet. It had to be working. So if we're saying that these dogs are working breeds of dogs, which they are, then like I said, then certain characteristics and traits, it don't add up. It doesn't add up. What's good, brother? It doesn't add up. So, like I said, with that being said, bro, like we have to deep dive. And a lot of y'all, y'all don't want to do it. Y'all don't want to do it. And again, there was a podcast because I don't support this person's podcast at all. But I'm not going to call this dude out. But I'm going to say that I'm going to say this though. Um, he had a dog trainer up there, and this dog trainer was, running off his lips. Oh, them big corsos can't do the work and this and that and the third and blah blah blah. So, what do you say, sir, about the alibis that are in Turkestan that actually are doing the work? They can actually do the work. They're on their feet.
He this gets so bad Like, he literally talks about stuff that like, makes my blood boil. I'm like, "Oh my god." Like, things he only talks about the fighting part. He also talks about other but he can't stop talking about Joe and Tony. I don't know what this guy's problem is, but
They're protecting their sheep. They're herding their sheep. They're walking, to pasture miles. And you're saying that these big dogs are not capable or grunt like if I first and foremost, that's how you can tell with certain people ignorance and they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. First of all, you have to condition any animal to do work. I'm gonna say that again. You have to condition any animal to do work. If I'm not breeding for a certain thing and not consistently doing this certain thing, of course my big dog is not gonna perform because I'm not using them to do that. But if I'm using them, then I have to keep this dog in shape. So that means that I have to exercise my animal. I have to constantly be exercising my animal.
are you sure? I don't know. I mean, he's gonna talk about listen, he's gonna talk about these dogs' alibis fighting hyenas and winning in a minute. Well, later on, but they're gonna fight hyenas.
Just saying. And if I condition myself properly, just like with human beings too, you'll be able to engage. Just actual fact.
It's
But my
actually
thing is like, yo, some of you dog trainers, like, yo, I don't know where you got your credentials from. I think you pretty much got it out of a Cracker Jack box. You're lying.
I got mine from a Cracker Jack box. I bought thousands of them until I found one inside. No. I'm so glad you're on. This is gonna make it so much better. Because this is a really hard subject. You wait. Because as soon as he asks for receipts, I'm gonna show him some receipts.
And you give people a lot of false narratives and false information without thinking it out properly and not explaining certain things. Yeah, if I'm not working my dog, you know what I'm saying? Then, of course, my dog isn't going to do what he needs to do.
He has the hardest thing with him is he has the most incoherent sentences. It's like you know what I'm saying? Like he you know what I'm saying? And then he repeats something 3 times.
Or he or she, but if I'm conditioning my dog, yeah, my dog is going to do the task that's at hand. And if I'm a breeder and I'm breeding for these traits, selectively breeding for these traits, yeah, 9 times out of 10, my dogs that are coming out of my litter are going to do what they're supposed to do. Again, with most show breeders, it's not beneficial to have high, high dominant dogs that can actually do the work. It's not beneficial. It's not. First of all, the dog is going to be high strung in the show ring, and again with the breed, they are.
When I've run my Dobermans, right? This is the thing that I don't understand about all these people that are just like, why does everybody want their dog to die? This This right here, Kaylin is absolutely correct. I mean, have people never watched the History Channel? It's not like they have all these dogs that just go, well, go out and get them. We're going to stand back here with a rifle. And we're just going to wait till if they take care of the dogs first, well, then we'll use them. I don't understand. Why do people do this? Well, I mean, he literally says, what did you get? He'll say some in here at some point. What did you get your dog for? Well, I got my dog as a deterrent, yes. But I got my dog to love, to do things with, to bond with, to train, to do, like, for more than one thing. I definitely didn't get my dog to die. That wasn't the purpose. Who gets a dog to die? Like, his whole theory and the way that he keeps going on, it'll get way worse as we get towards the end. Towards the end, it's like he goes off the rails. I mean, he literally goes off the rails.
A loaf with strangers. So yeah, your dog is not going to want to engage with a stranger. He's not going to, he or she is not going to want to tolerate another person besides you and your family to touch them like they're supposed to do. This is by nature.
What? Right. Right. This right
Okay.
here. Right here. Kenan, you're so correct. Thank you. Finally, someone that will say exactly what I have been trying to say to everyone. My dog is alert. I don't send my dogs like this is what I was talking to Joe about this morning. Exactly this. My dogs alert me. It's no different when I lived on a farm and we went riding on our horses. We took dogs with us because they let us know if somebody was in the woods with us. But I didn't send them to go get killed. I mean, like, I don't understand these people. I don't understand this mindset today of, well, they're just, it's like they're disposable. Like, I love my dogs. Does nobody love their dogs? I mean, I don't understand.
Okay. So, like I said, with that being said,
Do you want a link? You can come on. I'll send you a link. My dogs. There, let me know something goes bump in the night, not to run into the right. I mean, I mean, honestly. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. No problem. You just have good thoughts. I mean, like, just
again, stop spitting or stop telling false narratives. You got to stop, bro. Hey, you got to stop. You have to stop. You have to stop. You have to stop. And again,
although, you can come on and you don't have to show your face. You can put it so that you just have a symbol. You know that, right? And you can just talk. Just so you know. Because you ever wanted to. You don't have to use you can just use like a little emoji thing, a picture of your dog. You can do the same thing. I'll let you do it. I mean, you don't have to show you. It's just you can use like your actual little picture that you use of your shepherd. And all you do is just talk.
A lot of y'all are putting your foot in your mouth. You said that the dogs can't be this, the dogs can't be that, but the history reflecting something different. The history is showing you what the dogs are supposed to be, the main state of the dogs. And then, like I said, you can compare a benchmark. A benchmark is when you're comparing dogs. And my thing is since the Corso is a flock guardian, right? Look at over the flock.
It's a land race breed. My dog is mad about something. Oh no, she might be going out to kill some wild animals. You can actually hear her barking at something. She might go kill some wild animals. Let her go. She'll be fine. She comes back. She comes back. I shouldn't say that. It's horrible.
Guardian dog breeds and compare. You have your traditional style, which is called the Aboriginal or the rustic. Those are the dogs, right? The traditional style dogs. And then you have your show quality dogs. Yeah, the two dogs are going to be totally different.
No, they're not. If you're breeding as a traditional breeder, your dog should be able to do everything. I, as a breeder, even in Dobermans, I bred for the all-around dog. Just because you're putting a dog in the show ring means it meets the standard. Doesn't mean it can't work. Oh my God, the dog went in the show ring and got a ribbon. Can't work now. I don't. Why do people not understand logic? Logic. Use your brain. Just because it went out in the field and did something, do you think because a dog tracks or because a dog's a service dog doesn't mean that it's not structurally correct? Uh, This is the part. This is the mental block of people is I'm working on one thing, therefore I can't work on another. So if I want, structure, I can't work on, temperament. If I'm working on color, I can't work on health. It's this mental block of I can't do more than one thing at one time.
It shouldn't be, but it's just the way it is.
It's not the way it
And
is.
in the show ring, those breeders are breeding for a look, a certain look. Supposed
Earth to person. A look is a look of all breed. I mean, like, it is the standard in which everyone should be breeding towards. Right. Right. This is the problem. This is why this breeds all over the fucking place. Breeding for a certain look. No, I'm breeding towards the standard. This what this
to be toward the standard, and the standard is supposed to be reflecting the history. But in a lot of dog breeds,
supposed to be reflecting the history, which is the standard, and you're supposed to breed towards it. Why can't you also have the dog that mentally, I guess if you're breeding for the standard, the dog doesn't have a brain. Stupid idiot. True. It's true.
unfortunately, it doesn't, and especially in the Corso, It doesn't, not to the fullest extent.
Especially in the Corso.
And yeah, like yo, again, those rustic dogs or those traditional dogs that get overlooked or bypassed.
How can you call it a traditional dog and a rustic dog? Yeah, it doesn't. Like
And yeah, we can't have that. Can't have that. Can't have that. Can't have that.
hey, I bet you
Can't have
can have
that.
that.
The Corso lived just like the Alaba for thousands of years. It actually saved the Italian people.
If it lived for thousands of years, wouldn't it have a standard? If it's a breed and you're calling it a Corso and it lived for thousands of years, wouldn't you then have a standard that you're breeding towards? Maze!
A lot of the people on the peninsula of Italy, Sicily, Corsica, Sardinia, from starving. The dog should have been held in a higher regard, and they shouldn't have been watered down. They shouldn't have been mixed. Unfortunately, because the Italians try to make an excuse. Nah, the dogs almost went extinct. We had to do that. No, you didn't have to do that. And the dogs didn't almost go extinct. There's a political aspect.
Right? She's like, quit talking shit about my ancestors. This is the most she's made noise since I've done all my lives. Right? Even you're like, what the hell is he talking about? Sasha even got up for that. She was like, what is this dude talking about? Oh my god. Dogs are all over the place today. They're like, what? This dude is a fool.
Aspect of why things were and things happened the way they happened. My thing is, again, human history intertwines with dog history. You have to research. You have to research. You got to deep dive. And most of these dudes on the internet, you don't deep dive enough. You don't. You scratch the surface, you run with secondhand information, and you go along with it. I need to see receipts. And I show people.
Okay. So he wants to see receipts. Well, I got receipts for you. So he shows receipts. I'm going to play this just back just a smidge.
When it's think we had to do that. No, you didn't have to do that.
Right.
And the dogs didn't almost go extinct. There's a political aspect of why things were and things happened the way they happened. My thing is, again, human history intertwines with dog history. You have to research. You have to research. You got to deep dive. And most of these dudes on the internet, you don't deep dive enough. You don't. You scratch the surface, you run with secondhand information, and you go along with it. I need to see receipts. And I show people receipts. You have to know and have to have an eye of what you're looking at. And if you
Well, let's take a look at what we're looking at. Victor. Because that's what his name is Victor. So we'll come back to Victor. Right. And we're going to show exactly who Victor is. This is who Victor is. So we can show receipts. We can show exactly who Victor is. And I have this blown up large enough that we can see who Victor is. So if he wants to talk about receipts, yep. Now I have some of the information blocked out because you have to do your own research. This is public knowledge in the state in which he lives, but for TOS purposes, I can't give you his actual information because you can't go do harm to him. I don't want you to go do harm to him. I don't want you to do anything to him. I don't want you to harass him. I don't want you to do anything to him at all. I'm not advocating for anything whatsoever. But I just want everyone to be very careful buying any dogs. Do not go there alone. Nothing like that, especially if you have children. So just be very careful if you buy a dog or breed dogs or whatever. Just take it under consideration. And just know what his true name is. This is just a warning of a public uh, Jesus, yeah, public service announcement. As if you're getting a dog or whatever, just be careful. But do not do any harm to anyone, anywhere, ever. So that's who that person is. Yep. Yep. That's exactly right. And unfortunately, this breed seems to seriously, for whatever reason, attract a ton of these people. The Texas Club had the same issue. The Texas Cane Corso Club had the same issue. With Quentin Thomas, and I forget his kennel name, but the thing is when you look at right, and that's the thing. And that's like the lowest form for me is if you hurt animals or children, I don't understand how you can even talk to this person. I don't know how you can have use of the internet. Like I know there's laws in the state of Ohio that like you can't like you don't have phone, internet, all that stuff. Like you're under like supervision. But he goes on to say it like he talks about morals and ethics and all this kind of stuff. When you have that, this right here, you have no morals and ethics. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like it's a no-brainer, and I don't know any person that would even want to be in public eye with that as your background. Right. And then he like has like he, he feels he has a right to judge other people.
You don't, then you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. Sometimes, too, a lot of us are indoctrinated, right, by the mainstream of stuff. And that'll blind our vision, too, of seeing.
Knowing this information now, right now, right? So now, knowing this information, doesn't his words land just a little bit different?
What's the reality and what's the truth. So, like I said, at the end of the day, yeah, like, come on, man. Yo, y'all gotta do better. Y'all have to do better. Y'all have to do better. Y'all gotta do better, bro. Y'all have to do better. You have to do research. I said there was variants of the breed. I said that the Neo, the Corso, the Conor, the Presso were all the same. And I just didn't say that. The historian said that. Same group of dog, just different names. And the dog went by many names in southern Italy. This is an actual fact. What are the traditional traits of the Corso? It should have the Asiatic traits, the bare head expression. That should be the mainstay. And that's not honored. Like for real, you want the dogs to be something else. The concept dogs, and like I said, the dogs in the show ring are not the dogs. The dogs that look like Bach or brachycephalic, the
He can't even pronounce this. Brachycephalic. But the thing is, oh, I know. Canine, I'm with you. because when I was listening to this, I was like, what is this dude talking about? Like, I could laugh at it. I was going to do a live and laugh about it and do my normal thing. And then I was like, who is this dude? Right? Because, like, I'd never seen him before. I didn't realize he was all over the internet and had all these different profiles and all this stuff. And, like, he has several different accounts and all this stuff. And so I do like a deep dive. I'm like a person that does a deep dive on people. Like, I'm like internet sleuth person. Like, I like will like if I'm like really trying to figure out who this person is. And I was like, and then it was like come up with that, and I was like, his words hit way different. Because I thought he was just a joke. I thought he just had like a hard on for Tony and Joe, and like because he almost all his videos he talks about him. Right. And I was just like, okay, but then I found that, and then he talks about all this other stuff. Like his words in between are just like when you sit there and you're listening to it, your blood boils. Because he gets to the point, maybe I'll fast forward a little bit, but he gets to the point where he's like really dipping into it. I don't know. He acts like he's read all these oh, here, I got this other one up. He acts like he's read all these books. And he was on the yard here. I'll fast forward it. See if it, because he really gets mad.
You're saying these colors shouldn't exist and they don't exist. It's not as thick as the Rottweiler and the Neo. Explain. If it was top of the line stuff. And dog genetics back when were very dominant and like come on, man. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then a lot of you lie. Oh, there wasn't a lot of Southern Italy dogs. There was a lot of Southern Italy dogs besides the Super Six stuff that was over here that was.
And this is the crazy thing, right? So here, I have this too. Like, he's talking about the Super Six dogs. So, oops. Wait, let me move. So here are the Super Six. This is a Super Six. So that's the Super Six dogs. He acts like nobody has the information. Such an idiot. I know. Right.
Being bred. Again, a lot of the pedigrees was falsified here in America and over across the pond too. That's an actual fact. And then certain breeders did what they wanted to do. It is what it is. You have to have an eye, and you have to, you got to select. You got to select properly. A lot of you don't know how to breed dogs. That's just an actual fact. And then, the other narrative, you got to have a whole bunch of a yard full of dogs to know how to breed dogs. That's not the facts. Oh, you had to have generations that say, like, I don't have to have nothing. I know how to breed it. I know how to breed a dog. I know how to breed.
So you realize at this point, he's the only one that knows how to breed dogs, right? Nobody else knows how to breed dogs. He knows how to breed dogs. That's just a fact.
Pets, and not just that. Again, the dogs that I want, that I desire, I gotta have land. And it becomes burdensome because then if I want to go on vacation, if I want to go out and about and etc., like who's going to take care of the dogs? That's another thing. That's another responsibility, and a great responsibility. I got to take care of these animals. And then also too, if everybody's on go, I have to be very careful. Very careful. Very careful. I still have to have hands on. So I can't take a bunch of these dogs. Like some of you top breeders, you got 30, 40 dogs in the kennel, and you talking about that you socializing everybody. That's a lie. That's a lie. But you're not puppy millers. You breed, you claim.
This is where he's yeah. This is where he's just gonna deep dive in, or he's gonna he's gonna go nuts on Tony. But yeah, and the thing is that he needs lots of land. He lives in an apartment. He lives in an apartment. I don't know what he's breeding. He lives in an apartment.
Since your 30 years of coexisting in the breed that you have made 300 show champion dogs, but you're not a fucking puppy miller. Make it make sense. 300 dogs? 300 dogs. Y'all do the math on that. And that's just not saying the other stuff that didn't champion out. How come you're not talking about that epilepsy that runs in your line? Mr. Top Breeder, why we not talking about that? Why we not talking about that?
Well, I'm not saying you can't own. He's like, you need land. You need land. Okay, well, you need land. I mean, like, if you are going to have 30, 40 Corsos, well, of course you need land. But he says he needs land. Well, he lives in an apartment. As a registered offender, you have to register your address. But the thing is that I don't understand this whole rhetoric. Breeders who have a kennel have land. And if you're going to have a kennel, yeah, you have to have land. I don't understand this whole thing of what he's even talking about. And yeah, you can have courses in the city. Like, I don't know. He's so dumb. I don't understand this thing, but he's going to get into Tony and having epilepsy. People lied about epilepsy for so long that it is in everybody's lines. Like, there's probably, I don't know, 300 pedigrees with epilepsy in it. It's almost as becoming as prevalent as DCM and Dobermans.
You worry about the wrong stuff. Oh, those dogs are not the right colors. Those are historical colors. It always existed in the breed. It is what it is, bro. Oh, those dogs wasn't the same. They were the same dogs, bro. Your best friend, Michael Iscarian, even said so. What are you talking about? There's articles and a lot of stuff that was written. So what are you talking about? A lot of y'all just want to be on the bandwagon just to be on the bandwagon, just to be like, fuck that. Again, I got into this thing to preserve the traditional traits of the dog.
What is he preserving, though? Like, if he's a breeder, what is he preserving and where is he breeding?
I'm not going to run that band dog narrative. Oh, they was always band dog. That is a lie. You have traditional ones and you have show type ones. So at the end of the day,
I don't know if he is or not, but Mickey is a liar, and I can prove that Mickey's a liar. I mean, Mickey said that they weren't even that they had to mix them and all this stuff, and there's so many stupid lies and myths about that whole shit. And he says he'll say eventually that he was there, that he was there. Well, yeah, well, because they did. But he says that this guy here, Victor, he's going to say that he was there, that he was on the yards, that he was apparently, I don't know, picking up dogs and doing all this stuff. And, I don't know. I don't even know who this dude is. I have no clue who he is, except one thing about him. And that was enough for me. But the thing is he acts like he's all this thing, but where's his kennel? What's his thing? If he was there clear back then, I mean, does everybody know that Mike Satilli died in 1994? So if he's off of, because he says that Mike's, like, his whole thing is that he's the same as all these other band dog people, that Mike Satilli was the big thing. But where is his lines? Like, where's his kennel? What is his dogs? What is he breeding on? Right. I mean, he says it a million times. And then he contradicts himself. He gets himself so mixed up and all that stuff. I mean, I did a live on him. He's an idiot. But right. Right. They were band dogs. Swinford dogs were band dogs. Hey, Doug. So, it's like, I don't even understand what this guy's doing. And then bitching at Tony. Yes. Well, it's Victor. I don't know how to pronounce that stupid name, but I'm just going to call him Victor because that's his real name. His alias is this whatever dude.
you got to take the position. And a lot of breeders before us, right? I say during my time, before my time, and after the fact, they didn't do the right thing.
And this is another thing too. He spent a total of 13 years in total in prison. So during his time, before his time, after his time, in that total time of the 13 years, what happened? And where's his lines? Where's his dogs? What happened to his dogs? Well, I'm guessing that he found. No, it's a way to give himself an alias. And so people can't find his name. Because, you don't want nobody going looking up your name.
Stop getting on these dudes' wee wees.
And that is the weirdest thing to me. Why would you say that? Right.
Start selecting and breeding the dogs of your preference and breed them right toward the history of the dogs. Simple as that. Simple as that. Being a rustic dog and a traditional dog is not a fad, it's not a made up statement. That's the traditional traits of the dogs. Period. Period. Ask these cornballs what went in the Corso in the first place. Since you're saying these colors shouldn't exist and they don't exist, what were the dog breeds that went into the Corso originally?
Well, originally in Italy, when they were on the farms, it was anything that was out on the farm. I mean, is this guy an idiot? Before they became a breed.
What were the dog breeds? And I'm not talking about the Neo Rottweiler because that's fabricated bullshit. Not saying
It's not.
it didn't happen to a certain extent.
You see how he talks out both sides of his face? I'm not saying it didn't happen. It's fabricated bullshit, but I'm not saying it didn't happen to a certain extent. Wait, what?
It did, but not to the mass production that these dudes pretend, or time frames, or dogs that are supposed to be associated with that. Nah, stuff came after when Mike's dad deceased already.
No. And so only Mickey did it. So only Mickey did it. Mike Sr. He didn't have anything to do with. He didn't have anything to do with making a band dog. What the fuck? This guy. Oh my god. That was just Mickey Jr. all by himself. I mean, you know. he, he was. He did it all by himself. Oh my god. He must be mad at Mickey. They used to be friends, didn't they? I imagine. I mean, if he was on the yard back in the day, you know, did all this with the dogs and stuff like that, you know, was helping with the litters, he had to be friends with him.
And dudes that's talking about it, that's going hard, these dudes knew and was doing that stuff. And these dudes are responsible for the Barvel being added into the dogs later on, like in the 2000s.
Oh.
These dudes ain't talking about that. Look at the dogs.
Oh.
Corso ain't supposed to look like no Barvel. How come the dogs all of a sudden started looking like that?
What is a Barvel? Barvel.
That stuff. You have to ask these questions, bro. See, what I'm gonna do too is hold breeders accountable for their actions. I'm not kissing nobody's ASS in this. The reason why some of the dogs are skittish, because they put that Barvel crap in it. Barvels, if they're not bred properly, are fear biters. They are skittish like that. And they will launch and attack anything around them. You bred that stuff into the Corso, you retard morons. And you did that stuff for an over-exaggerated look. the winning show rings. And
Oh.
I'm supposed to respect you people? I don't. You bring the epilepsy into the dogs knowingly. I'm supposed to respect you people.
Oh.
But it's the backyard breeders. No, it's you show breeders. You know what you did. And like I said, I'm not like everybody else. I'm a dig deep. Simple as that. Simple as that.
Isn't it amazing how he's an expert on so many breeds? And just like everybody, like he's just an expert. And he knows so much more than everybody else, yet he has no lines. He has no dogs. I mean,
And I'm gonna show those receipts.
well, then show them. Show the receipts. Because I showed receipts. And 40 minutes in, I showed receipts. So I'd like to see your receipts. You keep talking all this shit that you got receipts. Receipts of what? What receipts?
My thing again is what the historians are saying.
What historians? Are you talking to, like, I don't know, George Washington? Did you dig him up? Are you having seances? Like, at this point, it's comical. And I hate to say that because I really don't like you. And it's not like I don't like you, like, because you're a dog person. I don't like you because of your history of what you did. And it doesn't have anything to do with dogs. Is that you prey on innocent people.
So now what? So now what? Just saying.
Yeah, now what?
You make these podcasts and you talk and talk. You dudes got so much to say, man.
Well, you sure have a lot to say. Dude, I don't really like to like get in the mud with people and say things. But when you hurt innocent children and animals, like it's just it's a no stop for me. And I just can't believe like something like that has internet access.
And then, like I said, at the end of the day, you sounding retarded and stupid.
Well, so do you.
And then you got these other jackasses, just yeah. No, wrong. And you dudes got the wrong dogs.
Well, where are your dogs that are so right, so correct?
And it kills me with some of y'all, because some of y'all are very intelligent. On other matters, you excel in. How come when it comes to researching your dog breed, you don't go just as hard as you go with these other subject matters? I don't understand that. And you got the wrong dogs. And again, I'm not going overseas to buy a band dog for thousands of dollars when I could make my own damn band dog. I could.
So you admit that you're making a band dog? We should just leave it there. You admit you're making a band dog.
Do that here. That's easy. That's light work. That's not hard at all. Only thing you have to do is have an eye.
Right?
And then ask the right questions with a breeder. Because, you know, like I said, a lot of these dudes are not right in his act anyway, though, bro. Like, yo, man, because a dog biting a sleeve doesn't make it's driven. Like, yo, that's not, yeah, like, no, it's playing tug of war. It knows it's not going to get hurt. You want to impress me? Put the dog to the test, bro. And I mean, when you go on hunting and all this other etc. stuff, like I don't want to see your dogs engaging with a baby raccoon. A baby raccoon, no, I don't want to see that. That's whack. That's whack. I know. Um, I don't want to see your dogs engaging with hogs that you took out the tussle.
I find it very odd. That hits a little different when he says, I don't want to see your dogs engaging with a baby raccoon.
Ready? I'm not impressed. Your dog is taking down a 400-pound bull hog with the tuss on it, with them tusses coming, you know what I'm talking about. Then yeah. Oh, them dogs can't run down. Yo, if I condition my dog will be able to do it. That 150-pound dog, the Alias that are over there in Turkestan, those dogs are in the desert. Them dogs fight.
Why don't you condition yourself? What did it say that your weight was? 340 pounds.
Like hyenas. You know what a hyena is? You know what a hyena could do? And them dogs engage with a hyena. And some of those dogs come out on top. They win the fight. 150-pound dog. Those dogs engage with each other. It's not a blood sport to the certain.
Ah! These dog fighters. Guys are just. Right. You ever notice that? I don't know. I mean, I was trying to think of that. What fights a hyena? And I was thinking lions. Lions and, even a pack of hyenas fight a lion. I mean, I watched Discovery Channel. I was trying to think of what animals go after hyena. That's what I said. He's going to talk about hyenas next. But they sometimes win the fight. I mean, who's sending their dogs after hyenas? I don't know.
Extent of how a pit bull is, you know what I'm saying, over here in America.
Yeah. Hang on one second. I'm going to play this for just a second. I'll be right back.
Or England, back when. It's not blood sporty like that. But yo, them big dogs get active. They can work. They can work. Have I bred a dog before that had extensive dewlaps on the face? Yes. Yes. Did I like the look? No. My thing is, again, going forward, any dogs that I produce like that, yeah, I'm gonna breed into a straighter muzzle dog. To correct certain things. My preference. Just saying, because I know what the dogs are supposed to be. I can't cry over spilled milk. What's in my dogs already from what breeders did in the past, bro. And like I said, and if I start breeding correctly, those traits are going to pop up. So what I got to do? Either I'm calling or I'm correcting. And I'm doing both. I'm doing both. Not playing with none of this stuff. I take dog breeding seriously. And no, I don't breed on the mass production. I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to be responsible, bro. I'm not trying to fill up the dog pound full of them damn dogs. And then another thing, too, on the aspect of customer care, a lot of these people, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I want the Corso. I want the Corso. I breed the real shit. Yo, listen, man. A lot of you can't handle the real dogs. You're not built like that. You don't want that type of smoke and that type of temperament, bro. If you get pups from me, my dogs are probably not going to get along with your other stock. And there's going to be issues. There's going to be issues. On the aspect of dominance, you got to have hands on. I like the old stuff, like the old Belmonte dogs, the old Scandifio dogs, not this new shit. This new shit is bullshit. And then I don't trust him as a breeder either because of his integrity of what he does, bro. You got a good dog from him, good for you. Good for you. Like I said, yeah, no.
I love how you don't trust him now. He's talking all this shit about him, but you don't trust him now. I don't trust him. But I like his old shit. Only because, this old shit had, Mike Satilli and Eddie's stuff in it. And well, no, he got his first dog from Eddie. So, well, yeah, it would still have Alderac in it. Yeah. Because Eddie got his from Mike. So, yeah, it would have Alderac in it. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's probably why he likes it. Because he likes that Mike Satilli shit, Eddie shit, hardcore shit. So, that's stupid. I love that though. Mine's T-Rex. Martians always wins. Mine too. I'm telling you. Stupid.
No. When the shit is not right and exact, I'm not messing with it. I'm not second guessing it. I'm not playing with it. Life is too short to be playing around when it comes to dog breeding, bro. We have to take our responsibility to the highest extent. So I be on backyard breeders' backs too. Like, yo, bro, like, what you doing?
You shouldn't be on it.
And then a lot of y'all fall short. You don't want to correct things and this and that and the third. Your ego get the best of you. Then you want to talk shit. Like, yo, I'm not with none of that, man. Either we going to be men and women with integrity, or yo, listen, man.
We're going to be men and women with integrity. You like all these words? All these words hit a little different.
Do what you do and stay out my way. Stay out my way, because I'm in my own lane, bro. I'm not messing with nobody. I'm not trying to, all that I'm trying to do is keep the traditional dogs afloat. And that's what I did do. So what did you do?
When? All these people say this, right? So you have these people that are like, I'm preserving, I'm doing this. You spent 13 years in prison. 13 years. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to let this play. I got to take this phone call real quick. Sorry.
For the breed, I gave everybody the truth like the historians did, bro. I conveyed the message what the historians was trying to do. That's what I did for the damn breed. What did I do for the breed? I bred some awesome ass dogs that are actually and will work. Why you not showing it? I don't have to show you dudes nothing, bro. You dudes on the bandwagon and some dogs biting the fucking hit and sleep like, yo, come on, bro. You got the dog on the platform where he can't back up. He can't, yo, bro, of course he going, yo, man, come on, man. Come on with this shit. So like I said, man, I'm going to just cruise in my own lane and I'm chilling. Just want to keep the dogs traditional, bro.
No, I 1000% agree with you. That's why I did this. That's why I absolutely had to do this, because I want people to know exactly who he is. Not that I want any harm, and I know I keep repeating this, but not that I want any harm to come to him whatsoever. None whatsoever. But I want people to know who he is. It's public knowledge. You can look it up on your own time. It is public knowledge. But we have to do something. This isn't about an individual. It's not just about him. It is about the pattern that, and the pattern what is destroying this breed. There's more than just him. But right now, he's the loudest for whatever reason. He's everywhere. Like he keeps popping up everywhere. But he's not the only one. And that's what's so crazy. So no, you don't have to be nice. This is my channel. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not nice anyway. Words don't hurt people. I'm blunt and honest. Yep. Yeah. No, I'm blunt and honest, and that's what this is. I don't hide the fluff. I don't hide I don't hide behind sugarcoating nothing. And that's what this channel is meant for. I'm exposing the truth and the criminal element, not just exposing the criminal element, but exposing the truth. But there's a criminal element that is following this breed around. But this is the worst of this. But yeah, Doug, if you didn't see it here, I'll hang on. This is who this guy really is. Yeah, this is true. Well, I think that people need to know who they're dealing with. And when you go and you buy dogs from people and you're in a situation where you're taking kids, you're doing whatever, you need to know who you're dealing with. They put it out there on a registry for a reason. It's no different than you can look up in your own neighborhood, who's in your neighborhood. Now, of course, you can't use this information to do anything to harass or commit a crime or to injure this person. And that's why I keep saying it. I do not want anything to come to this person. But I think everybody needs to know who they're dealing with. And unfortunately, breeders, because it's an easy way to make money. If you're a convicted, PDFer, then you can't get a normal job. You have a hard time getting a job, so it makes it easy to make money. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I never heard of him either. And everybody's like, I can't believe you haven't heard of him. I've never heard of this dude. Then all of a sudden he's popping up everywhere. And when you look it up, it is shocking. It's the most heinous thing ever. And I had to block out some of the information just, because I'm not allowed to give you like total information. Although this information came off the website, I'm not allowed to give you the information. You have to go get it yourself. But I'm not allowed to like actually give you like straight up things that could lure you to go do things. Because I don't want you to go do anything. I have to keep saying that. Because I really don't. But I think that everybody should know who they're dealing with. You should know the type of people that are in this community. And unfortunately, he isn't the only one. This is an element that is destroying this breed. It's destroying a lot of breeds. I mean, it's not just this breed, but for whatever reason, this breed attracts the criminal element. And it's the dogs that end up paying in the end. Because it's this mindset. Think about this mindset, right? Think about everything that he said so far in the last hour and 36 minutes that we've been listening to this idiot, is that everything is the dog has to die for some unknown reason, right? Is that, if the dog's going to fight something, whether it's another animal or to save some life, or he's going to say here in a minute that if he gives you a dog, the dog would not be okay in a house with other dogs because it apparently has dog aggression in one of his dogs, because he breeds for the true dog. So you couldn't have more than one dog, because that's the true dog, that the true essence of the dogs he breeds. He's going to say it here in a minute if he didn't already say it.
I mess with the certain breeders that I mess with. You know what I'm saying? And other dudes, in the past, I was cool with dudes and they didn't do things to the fullest extent. So it's not to say that in every.
Exactly. And this is where I say all the time, it's the ego trip. It's the dog that they want the accolades that the dog gives them. It's the same thing as this, big ass dog on the logging chain, all this stuff. And I say that's an extension of their penis. It's like it gives them some kind of boost of ego having this big ass dog, and the dog pays the price. The dog always pays the price.
Everybody's yard that I like everything that these people are doing, but sometimes they do have the keys there. You got to know how to select the dog, bro. That shit ain't on me, it's on you.
This was another reason why I did this video specifically, because he's going to in here kind of solicit breeders to get together and also breeders to breed with, because he makes it sound like he wants to start breeding with other people.
I'm not going with you to select the damn dog. Like, yo, you went there. Where's the accountability in that? And then also, too, you didn't even get that breeder a chance to refund your money or give you another dog. But you want to talk shit, and sit your ass down. Don't call my partner. You got my number. Call me. If we got a, you asking him, yo, we got a problem. No, ask me. Then we get on these platforms and we talk too much shit, and we promoting the wrong shit. And then, like I said, what you'll do is get people hurt. The dog doesn't
That sounds like a threat.
do what it's supposed to do. When there's danger involved, you'll get hurt, or the dog challenge your authority as its owner because he or she is a fear biter. Talking about the traditional dog is unstable because they're confident. Yo, you people are crazy. This is a dog trainer saying this shit. Like, yo, are you a retard? So he paying you to say that stupid shit? Oh, I'm the best of the best.
Right? He talks about you a lot, Joe. Yeah, and then this is the thing. So he says in there about Joe wouldn't wait for the dude to give him his money back. The guy, the breeder was borrowing money from Joe. How are you going to get your money back? Oh wait, hang on a second. Let me let me borrow my own money back from myself. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my life.
That's, you can't be saying that. You cannot be. Just saying. Seriously. Yo, you should have a debate with this dude for what? This dude is a habitual liar. He's deflecting. What does did I pay for my house have to do with dogs? What does that?
You don't have a house. You live in an apartment. I don't understand the what did I pay for my house?
Have to do with that? And like I said, the other dude, his ego is on 1,000, and it shouldn't be. Be humble. You wasn't there. How you gonna argue with somebody when you wasn't there? And y'all, still, I'm going to say, your way of thinking, yo, the American dogs and the they're separate. They're not a separate entity, bro. The traditional dog is the traditional dog. It's in Italy, it's here. The traditional traits are the traditional traits. They're the same. I've been comparing the dogs together. Dogs of the past and dogs presently that some rustic breeders have. Look identical to our stuff, bro. I don't have to make it make sense, bro. I don't have to make it make sense. Anything that I said, I can back it up with historical proof and receipts.
Then back it up. You keep saying that, yet you don't say. This is such a. I don't even understand it. Right, exactly, Joe. Exactly. They challenged him to spell Italy. Right?
I've been doing this. Have you been paying attention? Why do you always want to be entertained all the time? And why you not absorbing of what is being said and going research for yourself, man? I'm giving you the tools and all that stuff, bro. Like, what's wrong with a lot of y'all? But again, I'm supposed to respect handles and all this stuff. I don't respect none of it. A lot of you dudes. Some of you I do respect. Some of us, we cool. We do what we do. But a lot of you, man, man, come on. Come on. Come on. So, like I said, I'm gonna continue to do what I do.
What is he doing though? Like, does anybody know? Because, like, this dude just started popping up. I mean, I know that I keep saying this. Everybody keeps saying he's been around forever. Where, though? Like, in the sewer? Like, where? Because honestly, I don't know this dude. Like, I know he's been in the prison system for like 13 years. What did he do, right? Besides harassing 7-year-olds. K9. Right. What did he do though? Where's his dogs? Where's his kennel name? Where's his pedigrees? Like he talks. I mean, honestly, and this is no this is no shade on Tony, but he talks like Tony, except Tony has a kennel. Tony has a pedigree. Tony has dogs. Like you can say no, Doug, he has like thousands of channels. They're all inactive. And aliases. aliases. Like, he's like, no, somebody figured me out. No, yeah. Right.
You take the information, you take it. You don't, you don't. It starts with you and it
You know what? We need to call Chris Hansen.
ends with you. That's all I got to say with that. That's all I have to say with that. That's all I have to say with that, man. And it's sad though, bro. Like, yeah, man. Like, come on with this, bro. It don't take rocket science, man. Pick up a book or two, read the book.
The problem is I could read a book, you could read a book, Joe could read a book, Doug could read a book, K9 could read a book, and we all could sit down and be like, okay, well, this is what I got from the book. This is what I understand from the book. It's interpretation. Especially if it's in another fucking language.
And so now, if the information in the book is going against of what you thought, and you starting to see the truth of the matter, yo, like, listen, you got a job to do. You're going to either continue with the badness and the bull crap, or you're going to get right.
And only he is right.
And it's okay to say you don't know a thing.
Well,
Even myself, I don't know everything.
Okay, well,
I never claim to.
But
what I will do is go get the receipts and show you the sources of where I got the information from. I'm not going with secondhand information, bro. And again, to the young brother, yo, I was there. I was around. Arbor shows, cherry blossoms. I was there. I seen the dogs. I went on a lot of people's property back in the day. Seen the dogs, bro.
And that is such a scary thought that you went on people's properties.
And if I knew the information that I know now, oh my God. But anyway, though, the dogs can be salvaged. I said that years ago. And a lot of y'all starting to make bloodlines. You starting to do the right thing. That's what's up.
Here's where he's going to start soliciting.
Hopefully, y'all dudes will start collabing with one another. It ain't all about a bag all the time. When you're trying to preserve a thing, it's not about a bag all the time, bro. Like, it's not. And when a breeder wants to mess with you, you know what I'm saying? And y'all collab and all that, yo, collab, bro. It ain't about making $1 all the time, bro. If we on the same page of trying to make better dogs.
Wait, isn't he dollar something?
Dogs, then yo, man, let's do it. It's not about a bag all the time, bro. You dudes is bugged out, bro. You dudes are not real dog men, man. You claim this title. That shit is not you.
Oh my God, K9. Yes, I believe that's probably what it is. He's on Reddit.
You don't have a clue. And on the internet, you dudes are not being schooled properly, not being schooled correctly, bro.
Oh my God, Joe, that's what he's doing. Well, he has you blocked, so he can't really school you, but he's schooling you like 3 degrees from separation. He's hoping that people will send you this so that he can school you. You and Tony, he's going to school you guys. You not that way you get schooled properly.
Yo, my dogs is bad, man. Get the fuck, man. Stop. Cut the shit out. Why you not showing? I don't have to show you dudes nothing.
But you do. See, when you start talking all this shit and you act like you're the best, you kind of got to either put up or shut up, right? Like, you can't talk a bunch of shit. It's kind of like saying, I'm the best fighter in the world, but then you can't throw a punch. Because if you get your teeth knocked out, God can't say you're the best fighter in the world anymore. You know? It's kind of like when Ronda Rousey like fought all those fights and was like really good, and everybody was like, "Damn, she's a badass bitch," right? And then like she lost the homes, and then like like quit like immediately. Everybody was kind of like, "Yeah, what a bitch." It's kind of like that, Then she wants to do a comeback tour. Everybody's like, "Yeah, we're good, we're good." You'll probably just quit if you lose.
If I'm not scared of none of y'all, so why would I lie to you? If I'm saying the dog do what it do, it does what it does, bro. No.
No, that's kind of not how that works. It's not. If I say it do what it do, it does what it does. Like it. Hey Joe, did you know that my dog could shoot my 3.8 Lapua? It really can. Really can. I don't have to show it to you. I don't have to prove it to you. I'm just telling you it does. Do you believe me? He uses Joe's name. Joe's haters follow him. Says Aggro. Yeah. No, that's probably more true than not. It's right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna play this. I'll be right back.
Sitting here fronting with you. Hey, bro. And that's the problem too. Your egos, bro. Yo, word. But like I said, I'm glad I mess with the individuals that I mess with, bro. So never get it misconstrued. That go for anybody and everybody. Don't think that I need you. I need you on this regard of saving the traditional dog, that part, but on the aspect of what's on your yard and man, listen, I got access to a lot of places, bro. So, like I said, at the end of the day, man, like it's not about a bag all the time. It's about preserving these dogs, bro, and making better dogs, bro. Just saying. Just saying. Y'all should be collabing more. Y'all should be trying to make a bloodline more sufficient in what it does properly, bro. Like y'all should. You can't do it by yourself solely. Sometimes it takes a team. Y'all dudes got pieces to the puzzle. Y'all need to bring the pieces to the puzzle together to make it great. Actual facts.
Facts.
Humble yourself. My thing is again, man, what you think is great ain't great though, bro. I'm not impressed with dog hitting the sleeve, bro. I'm not impressed with that, bro. I'm not. And my thing is again too, when a dog trainer, the decoy dude is on the ground and that dog has full range of that face and he's not trying to go for that face, man, that shit is bull crap, bro. Like, yeah, I'm not impressed, bro. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Protection dog supposed to bang you there too. Your hands. That dog know.
That dog.
These are soft points.
This kills me. The dog knows where the soft points are. Did you know that? The dog just knows. Why isn't he going for your face? Why isn't he going for your genitals? If the dog's looking for soft points, why isn't he going for genitals?
A smart dog will know. It'll know. It'll know. It'll know.
I don't know.
And if you put pressure, the dog is going to give its life if it had to.
Again.
That's what I'm talking about. That stuff, that rustic stuff, that traditional stuff. That's what the dogs were bred to do. To distinguish friend from foe, to be able to be stable enough to go to township, be around the public, and know when it's appropriate, when to turn on and when not to turn on, and to give its life for the flock and for that farmer if it had to, for its owner. Protect his property and don't run far off from his property. It's just to chase off intruders, to deter intruders. But again, a lot of you don't even know the functionality of the dog, bro. Why are you getting this dog for?
This guy apparently is getting his dog to die, right? I would like to know that too. Especially in an apartment. Well, it's not really cats and coyotes. It would be rats and pigeons. Or his location.
Just saying.
Me too.
So with that being said, Saladin Salam, peace and prosperity, man. And to the neo breeders, man. Yeah, your dog is bullshit, bro. All that saggy shit on the eyes, all that entropia, that extra skin shit is not the functionality of your dog. It never was. That's a concept, and it shouldn't have been promoted. It should have been nipped in the bud years ago. So now, the dogs now, present day, yeah, the Neo and the Corso are not the same dog. Present day, you got the Corso that looks like a bulldog, and you got the mastiff part that looks like a damn like he's bulldog, extreme bulldog. It's just bullshit.
Right.
Ain't no coursing dog have all that damn skin. It's no coursing dog that's drooling. That undershot is not a coursing dog. Coursing dogs don't have undershots.
Undershot?
And if your dog is drooling, then yeah, more than likely it doesn't have a scissor bite. It's not going to be able to keep itself cool. That's why it's drooling like that. How is it that I'm on this farm and I'm supposed to be able to maneuver and move, get out of the way of cows with the hoofs, because a cow will kick the shit out you. A horse will kick the shit out you. I got to get out the way.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one sitting here going, what the fuck are you talking about? Right. Thank you. I love this whole idea that people think that dogs don't sweat and dogs drool because they're hot. Dogs don't sweat was the newest thing I heard, which I thought was hilarious. I was like, really? They don't sweat? You mean the pads of their feet? The little sweat glands they have throughout their whole body. Okay. But yeah, they don't sweat. They have little pores throughout their whole body. Which is called a weird name. But they also pant to cool their body down. I don't know. Oh, the guy who said they don't sweat, that Gerald, the Doberman guy, said they don't sweat. Dogs don't sweat. That's why they need to lay down in water. Literally. I'll play it for you sometime because I thought it was hilarious. I was like, what? Like, where do people get that dogs don't sweat? Like the pads of their, yeah, I swear to God, I'll play it. He literally did it on a live. And he doubled down on it. Well, he tripled down on it because he kept saying it. I was like, what? Yeah, but now this thing's going around that dogs drool because they're hot. It's So if you have a drooling dog, it's an issue. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with people? And they can't cool themselves down if they're drooling. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. I don't know what's happened to people.
Can't get injured because my family can't afford vet care. These dogs were very self-resilient against the elements.
That's what he said. Did you hear what he said? His dog is saying, I can't get injured. I have to get out of the way. Because my family can't afford vet care. He literally says that. Hang on. I have to rewind it just a little bit.
Ain't no caution dog have all that damn skin. It's no coursing dog that's drooling. That undershot is not a coursing dog. Coursing dogs don't have undershots. And if your dog is drooling, then yeah, more than likely it doesn't have a scissor bite. It's not going to be able to keep itself cool. That's why it's drooling like that. How is it that I'm on this farm and I'm supposed to be able to maneuver and move, get out of the way of cows with the hoofs, because a cow will kick the shit out you. A horse will kick the shit out you. I got to get out the way. Can't get injured because my family can't afford vet care. These dogs were very self-resilient against the elements and stuff like that, like the dogs in Turkestan, bro. They're bred to be that way. Them dogs can live in rough terrains and eat very less and still be the size they are. Very resilient. Tightly bred bloodlines. That's why you make a bloodline. Health-wise. And to the alibi breeders, you have to breed to the rusted dogs. The rusted dogs are more healthier. It'll upgrade your stock. So your puppies will be resilient. This modern day shit is bullshit. Just like modern day corsos, modern day needs. I'm not trying to breed that shit. I'm not trying to breed it for what? Epilepsy and all types of health issues. Why would I breed that? Why would I breed a Brachycephalic dog in the first place?
Do you love that he can't even pronounce these words? Oh my god. Okay, so am I the only one who has lost brain cells talking or watching this guy? He's gonna be over in a minute, though.
Unless it was a bulldog. Why am I doing that?
Oh no.
Just saying.
Okay.
Oh, the Corso, it wasn't. It's a lot of political shit that happened. You have to read the history. And if you don't, it's on you. It starts with you and it ends with you. So, like I said, with all that stuff being said, Saladin Salam, peace and prosperity, man. Have a wonderful day. I don't hate nobody. Don't wish no ill intent. I want y'all all to be successful. And that's that. So, with that being said, all right, later.
Okay. So now that we've all become more stupid. Just want you to all realize that's who he is. I mean, you know. Anyway, I wanted to do that because I wanted everybody to realize who he was. and get that information out there and basically, oh, I can move myself. It's a bigger screen. Woo! Because he's talking about, if people want to breed and bring lines together and do whatever, blah, 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 bullshit. He's willing to work with people. I don't think anybody should be working with him. I mean, I don't know. So, also, what did you think about Derek? Holy crap. Being a judge. Never judging a breed. Anyway, so I thought I would get that out there. I got another one coming. I'm gonna probably do a stream Friday where I'm gonna do another reaction video. It'll be more fun, not as sad as this one. And then Wednesday I'm gonna put up the thumbnail to that one. It is Secrets and Lies of the Corso community. But yeah, so I just want to put that out there because, if protecting this breed means standing alone in the truth, then I guess I will stand alone and put everybody's information out there. Because I think, you should definitely know who you're dealing with and should not be dealing with people like that. So anyway, it's 2 hours. So I hope you had a good time. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time.